Big news for the Denver Broncos. Today might be the best news day for the Denver Broncos since we crushed the Chiefs 38-0 in the regular season. We just got some exciting updates about a superstar player, someone who could end up in Denver. In fact, the odds say he's the most likely to join us. Now, imagine if we could add talent around Bo Nix even before the draft. That way, no matter who falls to us, whether it's Jonte, Warren, Colston, or Loveland, we'll be happy because we've already filled a huge need. But that's not all. Half of the Kansas City Chiefs spent their Super Bowl media day talking about Bo Nix, saying even nicer things about him than some Broncos fans do. Before we dive into all of that, if you're new to the channel, a die-hard Denver Broncos fan. If you love the Broncos too, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's talk about another big story. Remember at the trade deadline when we heard Cooper Kupp might be available? Just 3 years ago, people talked about him like they talk about Jamar Chase today. Yes, he's 31 years old, but his playing style still works great. Back in 2021, he won the Triple Crown. That wasn't that long ago. And now it's official. The Los Angeles Rams have told Kupp he won't be with them next season. They're actively working on a trade for him right now. And guess what? The Broncos already have a strong relationship with the Rams. We sent them Von Miller, which helped them win a Super Bowl. Could Cooper Kupp join the Denver Broncos? The Rams won their Super Bowl with Von Miller, and now there's a real chance that Cooper Kupp could end up in Denver. That would be absolutely crazy. If you check the Vegas odds, the Broncos are actually the top favorite to land Kupp. That would be amazing. The only concern people have is his recent injury history. Some fans are worried about bringing in Kupp or T. Higgins because of past injuries. But here's an interesting take from reporter S.R.A. Bettinger, locked on Denver. He pointed out something important. Since Sean Payton took over, the Broncos have been the best team in the entire NFL at keeping players healthy. Denver has done a great job keeping guys off the injured list. So, if there's any place where Kupp can stay healthy, it's here. That's why we shouldn't hesitate to get a game-changing player like him. Just think about it. Look at what Alan McCowney did for Justin Herbert. Now, imagine adding Kupp to this offense alongside the speed of Marvin Mims, the deep threat ability of Courtland Sutton, and Devin V improving every game. And if Troy Franklin develops into the receiver we hope for, suddenly our wide receiver group, once lacking talent, could become one of the best. Cooper Kupp would be a game changer for Denver. Guys, Cooper Kupp is different. Seriously, if the Broncos get him, he would be the most exciting receiver we've had since Emmanuel Sanders. When we got Sanders, he was 28, just a little younger than Kupp. But Kupp's route running ability? We haven't seen anything like it in a long time. And here's the best part. Bo Nix is the most accurate passer in his draft class. He doesn't have a rocket arm like Josh Allen, but he puts the ball exactly where it needs to be. Now, imagine Kupp running those insane routes and Nix delivering perfect throws. It's a perfect match. Just watch Kupp's highlights. He makes defenders look like they're on ice skates. And this isn't old footage. He was still doing this in last year's playoffs. The guy still has that it factor. Right now, the betting odds say Kupp is most likely to land in Denver. One big factor in making the trade work is his contract. If the Rams agree to pay a big chunk of his salary, we might only need to give up a third-round draft pick, which we got from trading Baron Browning. That would be an incredible deal for us. I truly believe Kupp is still a dangerous weapon. His route running is next level, and no one else on our team moves like him. Plus, his hands are elite. Just look at that insane one-handed catch he made from Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp in Denver. Plus, Chiefs players praise Bo Nix. Just imagine, Cooper Kupp as Bo Nix's slot receiver. That would be insane. He'd bring speed, skill, and elite route running to our offense. Let me know in the comments. How excited would you be if this actually happens? Because for me, this is next-level exciting. Now, let's talk about another huge piece of good news. During Super Bowl Media Day, the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't stop talking about Bo Nix. And I'm not just talking about random players, I'm talking about some of their biggest stars. I watched all of Media Day, and I noticed something interesting. Reporters asked players about the quarterbacks they've faced, but no one was hyping up Drake May or Caleb Williams like this. Yet, when Bo Nix came up, Chiefs players were full of praise. Just listen to what Chris Jones said. "Yeah, basically, y'all got one of them ones. This guy competes. He's patient. He's decisive." That's high praise from one of the best defenders in the league. Then you've got Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo saying they have to plan for Bo Nix twice a year because he's the real deal. Even Patrick Mahomes gave him credit, saying it's not just about his throwing. He's got the legs, the competitive spirit, and the mindset to win. But the biggest praise for Bo Nix came from the DNVR podcast, where they couldn't stop talking about him. This isn't just hype, this is real respect from people who know the game. Bo Nix compared to a more athletic Drew Brees? It was awesome to see the DNVR crew covering Radio Row, but what really stood out was what Mike Florio said. He didn't just compare Bo Nix to Drew Brees. He said the Broncos got a younger, more athletic version of Brees. For so long, we've been hoping Nix could be at least half of what Brees was. Maybe 70% of Brees. But now, to hear someone as connected as Florio say that Nix could actually be better in some ways, that completely changes expectations for the future, and the timing couldn't be better. The AFC West is stacked, but the Chiefs' dynasty is starting to slow down. Meanwhile, the Broncos are on the rise, and things are trending straight up. We are headed to the moon. Other teams are copying the Broncos. Now, let's talk about one downside, but with a silver lining. The Broncos have become the team that other organizations want to copy. We've already lost key people, our special teams coach, tight ends coach, and scouts, to other teams. And now, another Broncos scout just got a promotion. But with the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders stole him. But you know what? That's actually a great sign. It proves that Sean Payton is building something real in Denver. If we weren't a serious threat, other teams wouldn't be trying to steal our coaches and staff. Imagine if we knew this 2 years ago. Think about where the Broncos were 2 years ago. If someone told us back then 6 of our coaches would be poached by other teams, the entire Chiefs team would be talking about how we found our franchise QB. We'd nearly beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, if not for a blocked field goal. Our QB would be compared to a more athletic Drew Brees, and we'd be about to land Cooper Kupp as Bo Nix's top target. We all would have lost our minds. This is real progress, and there is so much to believe in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, woo, ball don't lie.